Yo, what's up YouTube? Before we start, you already know, smash the like button for more fire content. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. For all the newcomers, welcome to Team Eyeland. Make sure to follow Team Eyeland on all our
platforms, IG, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Peace.
and make sure to follow us on Twitch so you can watch our weekly live streams. Tune in every week for more defensive back tips and tricks. Today's video, I'm gonna break down when they're in press based off the receiver's release, what routes you can expect. So based on how the receiver gets off the line, how wide he goes, how vertical he goes, or if he gets an inside release, you can have some type of idea of what route you can expect. Now, this is not 100% guaranteed, but a lot of tendencies when you're watching film can prove what route you can expect based off that release. So when you're in press, right, obviously you want to make sure, find where the receiver's alignment is at. Top of the numbers, bottom of the numbers, closer to the tackle, closer to the quarterback, cut split, right, far away to the sideline. All that stuff plays a huge role, and that's what's going to help you find tendencies of what routes you can expect. So we have that in mind, our pre-snap reads. Then on top of that, when you're in press, remember your leverage. You have inside leverage, outside leverage. You adjust your leverage from what the receiver's alignment is at. Now, when you've been watching film, you want to study how the receiver gets off in press. Dancing, does he hit you with a speed release? Does he dip his shoulder? Does he use his hand? Does he not use his hand? All that stuff plays a huge role. So understand that, study the film, study your opponent, know his releases and all that stuff first.
Here's a foot foul release. Okay, that's what we consider a foot foul release. And again, just being able to, one thing that I do, I stand behind the defensive back whenever we're doing these drills. And I give the receiver a 1, 2, or 3. And they know a 1 is a foot foul, 2 is a jab and go or a crossover release. Number 3 is the speed release. And they give the look based on what number I give them, just to make sure we're working the different variations of releases that we can get. This is a crossover release. All right, that's a crossover release. All right, again, he square, we square. So that's a good job by the corner there, widening that release. All right, you can see it up top. All right, this is gonna be a speed release. That's a speed release, okay? Good job of the defensive back cutting the release off and stand in the frontal position even once he released.
So now, based off his release, you can expect what route he's going to get.
All right, level 1, okay? That's from the line of scrimmage to the first 5 yards. The level 1 route is typically, what you're going to get whenever they run a hitch, a slant, or a speed out. Again, what we want to do is stay square if he's square and be patient. And we utilize a 45-degree kick slide on the release to be able to cut him off and bubble it. Always protect the radius. So here, again, I'm just getting the guys used to using their feet without their hands to make sure they're putting themselves in the best position. We don't want to cross over here at this point. All right, here we go. All right, again, eliminating crossing over here is really important, and making sure the kids understand that they have to strain with their feet in order to stay frontal on the receiver. So strain to stay in front. That's a really good job there by him, straining. You don't want your heels to click, so he need to make sure his feet are not making contact. All right, again, this is just force them to move their feet to stay frontal position on the receiver as long as possible.
They'd like to set it up where they give us a diamond release, right? So we're here. I'm saying go, boom, hit him with a diamond release, hit him here, boom, and I go back inside, right? So you got to make sure you move with your leverage. Use the sideline as help. If he does give you an outside breaking route, From here, you have the sideline as help. All right.
Right? He's released, he's got outside my frame. Now I have to be able to anticipate certain routes based on his release. Okay, so we're going to get into that segment of it. Again, level 2 is when you face the intermediate routes, more of the dig routes, the curls, the comebacks, and everything that goes with it. And it's important that the defensive back can feel and anticipate what routes to expect, okay? Based on inside release, outside release, inside tight, inside wide. Outside tight, outside wide is the terms that we use to be able to anticipate the route.
Right? Now, if he's in a stance and I give him a release, I go here and I go here and I climb up, I might be breaking.
Okay, so as you see this, okay, again, inside tight release is when you're going to get the inside breaking routes. When the receiver that's well coached is stemming inside, he's going to lean up tight against your body to create separation to go back inside. There's also times when he releases inside and he's getting vertical, but he's not tight to your body. And that is telling us that it's going to be more 7-cut outside breaks.
And I'm climbing, trying to get here, and I get in a position where we're feeling each other right here. I might get them in that chicken wing to go back in, right?
All right, let's talk about inside tight. So here we've already taken the level 1 phase out of it. And what we do here is be able to put cones and give the receiver a number for what cone or route you want him to show. So this cone here is for a dig breaking point. That's for a curl breaking point. All right. So again, fight pressure with pressure. The receiver is tight to your body. Now transition out of it and come back and play the ball. All right. Again, stay tight, stay tight. And in this drill, I actually have the receiver push off the DB because that's going to happen in real life. And what that does is allow for the defensive back to get a feel of fighting pressure with pressure and being able to stay connected as the receiver try to create space. Okay. So now this is at the top up here. He releases inside. The defensive back does not do a great job at level 1, but as he gets into his route, he feels the receiver tight to his body, and he does a good job of anticipating the inside breaking route to stay connected. Okay, so at this phase, this is the drill. That's the drill there that we're replicating whenever we worked it in Indy. So that's a really good job there by him.
Or I give him a dive, avoid him, and I might end up running back outside, depending on how far inside he goes.
All right, now we're going to show an inside wide release. Okay, an inside wide release. It's actually the same play that we just watched, but it's the opposite corner at the bottom. Okay, so as you see, the receiver has a cut split. He's releasing inside. He's not tight to the body of the defender. So now he knows, okay, he's not staying tight to my frame, but he is pressing vertical. So now I want to anticipate him coming back out off that release. So that's a really good job by the defensive back. Again, being able to feel that the receiver is not staying tight to his body, so he know he's going to work back out and connect with him.
So if I'm the receiver, said go, I'm here and I'm going here and I square him up. Now potentially I might go in and out. Said go, I'm here, right? I might hit him with a boom here, or I might go here into a corner route, right? But I'm not going to be going inside release, trying to get back outside to run an outside breaking route, right? The only route I can run is that deep corner route. So I might dive in, go inside, and then go back outside for a corner route. Besides that, there's not any other route. Now, the release right here, he has to make sure he doesn't get too wide because the sideline is there. So a lot of times when they give us a release, they're trying to go vertical and then stay on that red line, right?
Even at the places I've been at in the past, like here with Florida State, it's a red line that's 5 yards from the sideline that the receiver can go, they use it to be able to stay on the line. So I have the guy that's demonstrating being a receiver try to protect the red line, and as a defensive back, you want to get him off the red line. So this is a really good job by him. Again, wedging the inside hip, paralyze the inside arm with good balance and body control.
They don't want to get past the red line because now they're getting closer to the sideline. They want to give the quarterback room for him to make the throw. So based off the release, a lot of times you might get a here, boom, square you up, and tight, boom, right, and dip that shoulder and go. Or you might get a speed release to a quickly stack. So they might go here, boom, and then try to stack you immediately, right? It's important that you make sure you maintain your leverage, get your be in position to shoot your hand, and you want to make him take a wide release. Get him out here.
We're going to get more of an outside tight release. All right. Now they want to be able to keep space outside for the out breaking routes. And this is just a drill that we do to kind of be able to simulate that. All right. He outside release. Now I'm coming back to play the ball. All right, for the intermediate out-breaking routes, just getting them comfortable with playing the out-breaking route.
A lot of times they give you an outside breaking route, they're not going to go here and try to cross your face, right? They're not going to really do that. So you got to make sure that when you hear outside breaking route, you maintain your leverage, because now majority of the routes is going to be out here, right? They're not going to go here. They might do this, try to get a drag or a dig, but you're in great position to stop it, right? So besides that diamond release, the only route that really will run inside is that dig. So you got to make sure you maintain your leverage, you be in great position, in phase with the receiver, see the hip drop, and react to it.
All right, now let's talk about an outside wide release. All right, an outside wide release. So he's outside, he's wide. You know right there at that point, based on his relation to the numbers, that's why split identification is really important. Okay, now you can feel that the divider rules is what we talk about. Okay, so right here, the receiver has a wide split with the ball on the hash. The corners divide is the bottom of the numbers. So this corner is inside. So once he get an outside release, if he feel like the guy is not staying tight to his body, it's going to be a back shoulder every single time. Again, outside wide. All right, corner at the bottom here. Again, the receiver is outside. He's wide. The corner feels it, right? And does a good job of transitioning, coming back, fighting to the ball with the receiver, staying connected.
The number one receiver will run towards the sideline for a hitch, and he'll be right here. The reason why they're doing that is because they created more space for that corner route. So you got to understand seeing that, right? He's not going to try to do this. He's going to just turn and get here immediately, right? That's one route that you can expect based off that release. All right, another one. Depending on the down and distance, right? They might go here, right? Get closer to the sideline, back shoulder, right? They want to get as close to the sideline so when they throw that back shoulder is away from the DB, and now he can stretch and make a play. Now that takes a lot of chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver. So when you watch a film, understand how the receiver release off that impress for that back shoulder, and then understand if the quarterback and the receiver have that chemistry to complete that back shoulder. All right, so recap everything, right? First thing first, when you're watching your film study, look at where the receiver's alignment is at. Bottom of the numbers, more likely inside breaking route. Top of the numbers, most likely out breaking route. Based off the release, right? Remember, if it's in and tight, he's going vertical. He gets either that chicken wing or that post or that dig, right? If it's a release where he dives in like this, he's either running immediately in or he's going to climb to try to get back outside, right? For that corner route. Outside break and release, outside release, right? Diamond release to back in, right? Or a speed release to stack you for that vertical to come back, or that immediately outside release out here for that hitch or getting closer to the sideline for that back shoulder. So understand those type of routes. So when you're in press, try to have an idea. But this is all because you watch film, study the routes, study how the receiver runs his routes in press, and that's going to help you understand what to expect based off the receiver's release. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, film study. You watching film is going to play a huge role for you to be great, for you to get a step ahead of the offense so you could be in great position to make plays. So when you watch film, that's going to help your pre-snap reads. You find tendencies based on the formation, the alignment, the down and distance. Then you study the receiver. How does he do against press? When he's pressed, and what type of releases he uses based off the situation or based on the route he's going to run. That's the tendencies you got to find. So based on all that, you have that in your mind. You have the down and distance, the formation, the alignment, then the release. Then you can have an idea of what route the receiver is going to run. So film study is very important. Understanding wide receiver's body language is very important. All that stuff is huge for you to make more plays and be great as a DB. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure to sub to the YouTube channel if you haven't. Make sure to follow us on all our other platforms. And I'll catch you in the next one.